My real name is actually Alexandra Bellini, and I'm originally from Ottawa, Canada. And I moved to Toronto 6 years ago to study aerospace engineering at Ryerson University, which is totally different from the music industry, but it really helped me with experience in production. And I've been songwriting since I was about 16 or 17 years old, so going on 8 years now. And I got my first launch actually into production at a music studio called Made Music Lab, and I'm going to take you to Made right now. So this is Made Music Lab, and this is the first music studio that I have ever set foot into. It was the first time I had ever learned of what Pro Tools was and ever used it. I had never seen any of this gear up close and personal before, and this was my first experience in a music booth, and the first time I ever recorded a song was right in here on an actual microphone. And I actually got an internship at this independent studio from a Craigslist ad. So Craigslist can change your life. So this is the man, Nick Petrini, that gave me my first experience in a music studio and basically started my career in production.
Yeah, Alex joined our team a while ago, a couple of years, but she picked up her skills incredibly quickly, and I was really impressed with her progression as an artist. I think that we've only seen the tip of the iceberg as far as what she's capable of, and I'm really excited to see what she comes up with next. It's really refreshing to see somebody who is a really unique artist and has a really interesting focus, and I really am excited for the future for what she's going to get up to. And she'd make a great choice.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
And here we are in my apartment. So this is where I do all of my recordings now and all my mixing for my music. I record on my Rode microphone, I mix everything on my Tanway monitors, and I use my Focusrite sound card. And it's all pretty affordable gear, but it's good quality. And as you can see, when I record, I like to think of my icons, Miss Britney Spears and Tupac, looking down on me, but we'll talk about them later. But whether or not I'm in my studio or out on the street, I'm always doing music. Oh baby, baby, how was I supposed to know that something wasn't right, yeah. Oh baby, baby, how was I supposed. One of the biggest musical inspirations to me is Miss Britney Spears, and I've been listening to her obviously since I was about 4 or 5 years old, and what I love about her is, first of all, she's one of the greatest performers of all time, and her vocal style and her vocal distinction has been a big inspiration to me, and I also think that I kind of follow along that breathy style of a vocalist. And another big musical inspiration to me is Tupac, and I'm a songwriter. I really pride myself in my rhymes and my choice of words, and I think he was one of the greatest writers of all time and one of the greatest rhymers of all time, and he had so much substance in his material, which is something that I also try to bring to my music, and those are why those two are my biggest music inspirations. The person who got me into music is my sister Lindsay. She was always singing and performing around the house and would drag me along with her, and she went on to join a band and did a lot of gigs, and I always watched her, and I always wished I could do the same. I was always obsessed with music growing up, and music has had a huge impact on my life and has gotten me through really hard times. And just a little context, I hurt my spine and got surgery on my spine, and had a really hard time just moving and standing for a year. So during that time, I really focused on songwriting and production, and it got me through what would have been otherwise an extremely difficult time. So music saved my life, and I think it saved a lot of people's lives.